What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about what I am personally doing, or what I have personally done with my event cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, as we do dive into this thing a little bit further, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button right now on MyTEAM. Again, there are so many different event cards that have been released. Obviously with the challenges, obviously with other things. At the time I'm recording this, I don't know as far as today if we are going to get new challenges or not. But again, we've got a lot of challenges to grind out if you haven't yet. Now, here's my thing. And I kind of talked about this in yesterday's video. I think there's a massive difference between Ralph Samson and, any of the other top rewards. I do. Like, again, for their value. Again, Ralph would be normally super expensive. But with all of the things 2K has given us, he's actually somewhat attainable. Now, again, obviously is still expensive. But again, you guys can go through and get Ralph Samson if you do grind things out. So that's something that I do think is worth you guys doing. But the problem is he is 25 invincible. So you would have to grinded King of the Court, all of these out, as well as finishing your park win streak. But let's talk about it. I went through yesterday and I used a lot of my draft festival cards to get Ralph Samson. Now, am I mad at it? No. I think this Ralph Samson card is literally so good on this game. Like, if you're talking about power forwards, here's what I would say. If you're talking about the best power forwards in the game, obviously the GOAT Yao is better, right? I'm not going to sit there and argue that. I still think Victor Wembanyama is probably better as well. But outside of those two guys, give me Ralph Samson over anybody else. Give me Ralph over Hakeem. Give me Ralph over GOAT D-Ralph. Give me Ralph over literally anybody else. And so, if you can get Ralph, I would recommend doing that. But after that, and don't take this in any negative way, but after Ralph, if you already got Dikembe, I would get Dikembe. Why? Because I love Dikembe, and you can look at my squad. Dikembe is still in there, and I like Dikembe more than Greg Oden. So I'd get Dikembe if I were you guys. But after that, I am probably going to downgrade all of my event cards. And I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's the most worth doing. And the saddest part for me is the fact that I still got a lot of these things to do, right? And so I'm getting to the end of these summer festival exchanges, right? I'm getting closer and closer to ultimately being done with them, but I still do have to go through and do them. And so that's something that obviously I got to do the other exchanges before I do the newest one, but that is something that I would recommend you guys doing. Now, again, it is going to take a while to do, but the way I look at it is what? An invincible is basically 75,000 MT. So when you lock in Ralph, you're locking in basically 1.3 million MT, which honestly, for Ralph, is it worth it? You could go either way on it, right? I don't know if he's necessarily worth locking in all that, but I really like Ralph. But outside of that, there's nothing else. Kenyon Martin's good. Obviously, if you've got him already, though, like, I can't really say anything else. But outside of those couple of guys, like, there's nothing really there that I'm really fascinated by. And call me crazy, but there's nothing else that I'm going to get. Like, even for myself, myself, and I, there is legitimately nothing else that I'm going to get with the events. There's just nothing else that's worth it, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at with things. And I know people are going to be like, seriously, Ty, like, you're going to just utilize all this time downgrading your cards? Honestly, yes, I am. To be honest with you, though, I don't even know, since I got Ralph, if I have the sense of urgency to go grind out the rest of the challenges. Which sounds crazy because it is basically 75,000 MT per challenge. But again, you've got to go through, downgrade all of these things, and it's going to take you a long time to do. And so that's kind of where I'm at with things right now. I'm not hating on it, but it's just where I'm at with things, where it's like, it's just going to be one of those things that you got to do, right? You just got to go through, downgrade things. And for me, it stinks because I am so far behind on things. And so, like, it is what it is, but that's just where I'm at. I'm so far behind on all of these things. And so now I've got to kind of play catch up, right? And try to, catch my way back up and earn all this MT. But that's what I would recommend you guys doing, right? Because heading into next season, And we've kind of already seen it with the leaks. We know Dr. J is coming. So he's going to be one position you've already got. If you can find a way to get Ralph, that's another position you've already got. And so like even for myself, I've got Ralph. I'm going to have Dr. J. And so then I'm just going to have to fill out a couple, of positions from there before my team's absolutely going to be elite. Like that's kind of where I'm at with things, especially, if you've got some other cards that are unsellable as you have grinded these things out. That's what I'd really recommend doing. And I know people are going to call me crazy and say, Ty, you are insane for going through and downgrading all these things. And look, I might be insane. But the one thing I would say is there's nothing else that's worth it. And that's what I keep coming back to. Like, I can talk as long as I want about, what you guys can ultimately do. But when it comes down to it, what's worth it, right? And for me, that's what I keep coming back to is there's legitimately nothing else on this game that's quote unquote worth it for you guys to do. And so that's what I keep coming back to is like, for you guys out there, I'm sorry. I wish you didn't have to get this advice from me to downgrade anything, right? Get the legend badges. That's what I'm going to do. But after that, I'm literally going to downgrade all of these things to make MT. That's what I'm going to do. Now, is that what you guys got to do? No, it's not. If you guys want to go get a coach, go get a coach. If you guys want to go get Cat, go get Cat. If you guys want to, go get Bob Lanier, go get Bob Lanier. Do what you guys want to do with this event. I'm just saying for myself personally, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And if I was on my No Money Spent Squad series, I'd get Kenyon Martin. I might, like if I was on the No Money Spent, I might get Glenn. But that's just a unique situation because I'm not going to get Dr. J next year. I need a guy that could go get a bucket. So like that's kind of a unique situation where it's like, yeah, like Glenn, obviously, he's not even that expensive. But I think he can definitely help my squad out. But after that, like, I have a hard time seeing what else is worth it, right? I've already got Kenyon Martin. I've already got Bob Lanier. And so that's kind of where I'm at with things, where it's like, at this stage, it's tough. At this stage, it's really tough if you can't get Ralph, because on my No Money Spent Squad series, I'm not going to be in position to get Ralph unless they drop some crazy challenges today. Now, if they do drop some crazy challenges today, which they could, right? Like, with all due respect, it's why I'm not doing anything with any of the rest of my Summer Festival cards. With all due respect, if they do drop some other crazy challenges, and for somehow, some way I'm able to go get a GOAT card, that's what I'm going to do. Like, if somehow, some way I'm able, and I'd probably get Boncaro over Hakeem since I just got Ralph, but if somehow, some way I'm able to go get Paolo Boncaro, I'm going to do it. Now, we'll have to wait and see. I doubt they come out with any challenges, but that would be the only other thing I could do. Because Allen Iverson is not worth it. Larry Johnson is not worth it. David Thompson is not worth it. Cat, I love Cat, but he's not worth it either. And so that's just kind of the predicament we're in right now, where it's like all of these cards, I wish I could sit up here and say, oh yeah, I want to do something with, but they're just ultimately not worth it. And the only thing that's going to be worth it, I just did the wrong exchange. Lovely. But the worst part about it is now I got to do all 5 of those to get a Galaxy Opal. That stinks for me. But the worst part about this thing is like, I don't even like having to downgrade all these things. Like, I don't. It is what it is. I'm fine with doing it, but it just takes that little bit of extra time, especially with the servers being as slow, being as bad as they ultimately are. So it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, I wish nothing but, success for you guys. If you do downgrade these things, it is going to take you a while to do. But like I said, it is what it is. It's, it's part of it. I've done this for season in, season out, event in, event out, and it does take a long time to do. But at the end of the day, the thing I keep coming back to is there is nothing else worth it. I wish there was, right? I wish I could lock in for something else. If you want to, I guess the 100 overall for 3 GOAT cards isn't the worst option. Like, if you're stuck at the end of the event, that's what I would do over, getting a Larry Johnson card. But just realize, out of that 100 overall pack, you're probably going to get a garbage man. I hope you don't, but I'm just saying you're probably going to get a garbage man that does not play for you. So, again, I do wish you guys the best of luck. I don't want you guys to have to sit there and downgrade all these things if you don't want to, right? It's not even necessarily the most fun for me. But in the back of my mind, I keep coming back to, guess what, Ty? If you do all this, you can go get GOAT Yao. If you do all this, you can go get Invincible Giannis. If you do all this, you can literally have the best squad in the game for, the rest of the year. And that's what I keep coming back to. And so that's what I'm going to hold on to, is the fact that, guess what, Ty? If you do things right, it is going to pay off in the long run. That's what I keep coming back to. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's where I'm at with things. So that's what I'm going to do for the next little while, is just keep downgrading these things, make a bunch of MT, and then I will use the MT to build my squad up eventually, right? It's tough because I kind of want to see what the next season does bring. But I will tell you guys to be careful, Because if everybody does downgrade and earn all of this MT, I don't know how the market's going to go down. Even if we see, really good drops, I don't know how the market's going to go down with all of this MT being in circulation. I'm just being honest with you guys. I genuinely do not know how the market is going to drop at all. So that is something to just kind of think about in the back of your mind is if all of this MT is in circulation, what does that mean for the auction house? Well, it could get dicey. That's all I'm going to say. So that's me. I got Ralph. Wanted to update you guys on that because everybody, when I opened my box, right, my pack opening from basically Friday, everybody was like, Ty, what are you doing? Why are you not going and getting Ralph? Look, I pulled 2 GOAT event cards anyways from that, so I'm fine. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to open up all of the, VC worth to get Ralph anyways. Like, Ralph's cool, and I'm glad I got Ralph, obviously, now. But he wasn't necessarily on at the top of my mind as like, okay, yeah, I needed to go do all this to ensure I go get Ralph. Like, obviously, I'm grateful that I got Ralph now, but it's not like I was going to freak out about it. So that's just kind of, again, something to think about and keep it in the back of your mind is and this is the last thing I'll leave you with, I would not spend real, actual money on this game to go get Ralph Samson. I wouldn't, because that's what 2K wants you to do. They want you to get close to getting Ralph or get close to getting, the top GOAT cards, and then they want you to spend bread to get them. Especially the GOAT cards. They want you to get close to get Hakeem and Boncaro and then think, dang, let me go spend some money to go get enough, cards to get them. Don't do that, guys. I'm begging you, don't do that. That is what 2K is trying to get out of you guys. So that is going to wrap it up for my video today as I continue to exchange all of these cards to make some extra MT. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.